Please watch to the end. Comment and respond to other people's comments. This video is about fender vendors that sometimes turn deadly.
Breaking right now, a possible road rage incident in North Philadelphia spilled into a nearby pizza shop where shots were fired.
One driver involved in this dispute is dead, and the search is on for the gunman now. Action News reporter Corey Davis is live at police headquarters with the latest on this investigation. Good morning, Corey.
Maggie and Matt, good morning. Investigators are telling me that this started with a minor crash, possibly involving road rage. They're still trying to get to the bottom of that. But then all of this went inside. The situation, the argument escalated, went inside the pizza shop where we're told the victim was shot in the head.
The pizza takeout did record some pretty clear images of our shooter and pretty clear images of the shooting.
Homicide investigators watched it all play out on video from multiple angles. They say the 26-year-old victim was driving this Honda when he got into a minor crash with another man and pulled over outside of Pete's Pizza. The business is next to Girard College near the intersection of Ridge and North College Avenue in North Philadelphia. We're being told the men started arguing and then they went into the pizza shop where they got into a fight. Police say the shooter shot the victim in the head and then left the store in what is believed to be a dark-colored or black SUV.
Homicide detectives will retrieve all the camera, all the recordings, and hopefully we can get a license plate from the shooter's vehicle. But we also have a pretty good description of that shooter with the shoulder-length dreadlocks they appear to be gray in color, the dreadlocks.
Right now, we have just learned that the driver behind a hit and run in Elizabeth, New Jersey is heading to prison for the next 25 years. The judge offered no leniency to Vincent Jean, as video shows him here repeatedly trying to mow down a woman in 2022. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Johnson is live in Elizabeth, where he spoke to the victim who survived this horrific ordeal. Anthony.
Yeah, the suspect has shown no signs of remorse. As a matter of fact, he was in court rambling about things that had nothing to do with the case. So the judge went ahead and he imposed the stiffest sentence possible at this point in time, giving the suspect plenty of time to think about his actions. Now, seeing this video makes you cringe. What's worse is the victim was only doing exactly what most people do after a minor fender bender. She was taking a photo of the car that hit her, but the driver of that car, Vincent Jean, decided to run down Morgan Scott. Jean is now going to spend the next 25 years behind bars for an act that left Scott with fractures to her vertebrae, broken ribs, and a serious knee injury. She was run over by Jean multiple times, who left the scene when he thought the victim was dead. In court, the judge revealed Jean had committed a similar act in 2007, and the judge called him a danger to society. The court wanted to impose a longer sentence, but followed state guidelines to give Jean the maximum sentence possible. The Scott family applauded the judge's ruling, which came after Morgan Scott's father spoke and gave a victim's impact statement, and we spoke to Morgan Scott exclusively following the sentencing.
The horror of what happened to her lives within us every day. Every single day, we all fight with different ghosts of what has taken place because of this man.
Everybody can see that justice was served in some way. I'm grateful. Even though I'm crying, I'm so grateful.
Minor fender bender ending with a man stabbed to death in the Bronx. This unfolded yesterday afternoon in the Morris Heights section. The driver of one of the cars involved called her boyfriend for backup. The situation then escalated, eventually leading to a brawl in the street. All of it caught on camera. The victim was just trying to break up a fight. Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis talked to some of the victim's family members today. He's now live at the scene with more. Marcus?
And Mike, here at the scene, a group is gathered in mourning in front of a memorial that's been set up. Yesterday, they were out here just hanging out, enjoying the weather and observing the aftermath of a car accident across the street. Before long, they were involved in the confrontation, which turned deadly. A mother cries for her son, a family shattered after this dispute that started as a fist fight ended with Ronald Gomez Mesa stabbed to death.
He was not within the car accident. He was not cursing nobody. He was not even near with the car accident.
Around 4:30 yesterday, a woman and another motorist were involved in a fender bender on West Tremont Avenue. The situation escalated when the woman's boyfriend arrived at the scene. Surveillance video shows the man take a swing at a delivery driver. A minute later, the driver throws a water bottle at the man and rides away. The angry suspect then gets physical with another onlooker in the red shirt, knocking him over and throwing a couple of punches. Gomez, who had been seated, then gets involved, landing a few punches of his own. The altercation continued up a side street where Gomez was fatally stabbed.
He just took a life of someone that he didn't even know how he grew up, the struggle that my mom went through to raise him. Like, are you serious? We immigrated from Dominican Republic here to get a better life, and this is the better life that we're getting.
At the scene, a growing memorial for the 29-year-old father who leaves behind a 2-year-old daughter. His cousin, who didn't want to appear on camera, says she isn't surprised Gomez tried to intervene.
That was him. He would he would be by you, if anything happened to you, he would defend you. That was his nature.
News right now. This is out of Plymouth. Police say a fender bender led to a deadly shooting. This was just inches away from a toddler as well. Our Mary Marcos joins us live right now with more. And Mary, what can you tell us about this story?
Well, Darren, authorities stopped short of calling this road rage, but they did confirm that a 41-year-old man was shot last night right here where I'm standing, and it all stems from a fight about traffic.
Last night was a beautiful evening, and all of a sudden that was destroyed in downtown Plymouth.
Investigators are trying to figure out how a fight over traffic led to gunshots ringing out in a public parking lot.
Witnesses reported hearing 3 to 4 gunshots.
I saw a man walk up to another gentleman. They were having an argument, and he pulled out a gun and shot him at least twice.
Witnesses pointed police to 23-year-old David Jerome. The gun owner was arrested and charged with murder, various gun charges, and recklessly endangering a child.
Mr. Jerome had his 18-month-old boy in the car seat at the time of this event. Mr. Jerome had an active LTC, license to carry, that was suspended last evening.
Jerome was driving a Toyota RAV4, and the victim, 41-year-old Brent Berkeley from Plymouth, was in a Jeep SUV when they got into the fight. Berkeley was rushed to Beth Israel Hospital, where he was pronounced dead.
We're not going to speculate what the motive was, whether this was road rage. There was obviously rage that was there that evening.
Witnesses say after Jerome fired multiple shots, he tried to give the victim CPR.
My assumption is that he assumed or realized what he had done and then tried to help the man.
I just think that, we live in a world now where many people have short fuses and terrible things happen very quickly. They can escalate very quickly.
Now, Jerome is set to be arraigned in Plymouth District Court Monday morning. Meantime, the investigation into this shooting is ongoing. Live in Plymouth, Mary Marcos, NBC 10 Boston.